Hi everyone, I'm Nancy with Ladybugs Flowers and Rustic Decor, and today we're going to be making a little Easter bucket that I'm recycling. I have done put one coat of antique white on it, so we're going to do another coat of the antique white. But we are going to be making a flower arrangement inside of it. And we're also going to be painting it our brown color. And so, but we do want some of this to come through. So what I'm going to do is sand it, and you'll see here before too long, I'm getting my second coat of this antique white on it. This is the little picture that I cut out. I did design it on Canva. I did barrel and then that burnt umber, and we're going to paint over this antique white with it. Not try, we are going to put a couple of layers on it. And I am going to be painting that handle as well. I was just waiting for the last little painting that so let's get our little lighter brown, which is going to be mixed up with that black. And get some of it on there. I'm just going to kind of swipe. Not trying to get it perfect. Now what I want to do, I'm going to lay it on its side. And I'm just going to kind of scrape across it. Not a whole lot. And get some of that off-white to come through. You're not wanting it to be overwhelming, just a little bit. Get that glued down. I might have to go get me another piece. But that is why I did paint it over. That way it didn't take all of it away. Up and took a pretty good bit. I think that's good. And we can slightly go over it to even it out. so we don't have flakes everywhere. Let me get that off of there. All right, and that's the way our little bucket's looking. And I think it's cute. Go over my bucket with it and let it dry before I apply the picture. On. And so you want to, don't be stingy with your glue, because you are wanting it to stay. And I barely cut it out good enough. I need to get it right in between. I think it needs to be moved over just a little bit. And then you just rub that on. And then I'm going to dry that to dry the glue up and under. I'm going to take some more of the Mod Podge and go over the top of our picture. So go ahead and get it secured down the rest of the way. And where the picture don't look so much like it's been cut out, I'm going to kind of just put a little paint around it. Try not to cover up too much of the picture. Don't want my cheeks to be covered up. All right, let me get this glued down in there. Which I just broke off pieces hold it down. And my other one's slung over here. So let me get it. I think this is it. I break off pieces for different things. I'm going to start off with is some of these little white wildflowers. And they're long enough to where you're not going to have to put no stem on them. Well, I'm wanting to go in the direction I'm wanting it to go. They're really little daisies, but kind of space them out. And that's all we're going to do for right now. Then I've got these orangey, peachy looking ones. What did I do with my cutters? Use the scissors, I think. We're just going to kind of stick one down. And these has got a little bit bigger leaves, so I'm going to tuck them in behind, which will fill in. And so we're just going to stick these in between for right now. I don't know why. This one has got bigger. That one does too. I want to swap it out though with a different one. Not wanting it to go down in there too far. And we're going to stick one over here. And I believe we'll have to stick a stick on it. And then right in the middle, we do want, or I want, the peachy looking color ones. And I might need a stick on it for it to stay above that white. Push that on down. Then we're going to take some of these little purple ones and just kind of stick them in. They're like little wildflowers. I want one to go towards this way more, but they're doing their own little thing there. Stick another one. Towards the front. And then one here in the back. And then we're just going to start sticking in some more white. To fill in. But not right on top of the other white. But want them to show. You never want, sorry if I'm showing. That is a very much a no-no. But you also don't want to cover up that picture neither, so you have to be careful about what you choose to put in. You don't want to cover up your flowers or your picture. And still want your flowers to be where they was. Just sticking in some to fill in. On the sides where your picture's not, you can have more that's laying out. Always remember that. Now greenery. Might want some of all of this to stick up a little further. Since it's in there. Now we can start sticking back in our vine. That's where some's kind of laying. But not wanting it to cover up. I'm going to stick these together around to the side. Like I said, I'm wanting it in there, but I'm not wanting it to cover up my front part of my picture. So, I'm going to stick it up in here, just for it to have some more yellow. I'm not wanting them leaves to cover it up neither. Wanting it to be more showing our picture. And I'm just about through, ready to be through. Stick them up in, stick this one up in the flowers. The rest of them can kind of be stuck around the bottom. And up in there. Get it turned on around. All right. And there's our little flower arrangement. I will be working on my flowers that I stuck in there to arrange them around for them to look the way they need to. I might stick a few more of the little vine pieces on the inside of it. But I think it turned out pretty. Springy looking. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. And always remember, you are enough. And have a blessed night.